Stop what you're doing, because what I'm about to tell you is going to change how you see our planet forever. Earth is dying. Not maybe, not possibly. It's happening right now, and there's absolutely nothing we can do to stop it. The culprit? Not an asteroid, not a supervolcano, not even climate change. It's something far worse, something we depend on every single day to survive. Our own sun is slowly killing us. Over the next billion years, our life-giving star will transform into a planetary executioner. It will boil our oceans dry, suffocate every living thing, and turn Earth into a lifeless desert where nothing can survive. And here's the truly horrifying part. This will happen in slow motion. Life won't go out with a bang. It will fade away, species by species, until the last microbe on Earth dies in some underground cave, desperate for water that no longer exists. By the end of this video, you'll witness Earth's transformation from paradise to hell. And trust me, it gets dark fast. But first, only 13% of subscribers get notifications. So smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you never miss videos like this. Now, I need to be clear about something. We're assuming humans don't interfere. This is what happens naturally. Though we'll come back to that at the end, because spoiler alert, we might have a way out. Also, predicting a billion years is insanely difficult. A billion years ago, there were no plants, almost no oxygen, and the continents were smashed together. Earth was literally a different world. So a billion years in the future? Just as alien. But everything I'm about to tell you is based on real science from planetary experts. So let's fast forward and watch our planet die. The first thing you'd notice? The continents are completely rearranged. In just 100 million years, Africa smashes into Europe, closing the Mediterranean Sea entirely. A massive mountain range, possibly higher than Everest, stretches from Spain to Asia. Australia collides with Southeast Asia. The map of Earth is unrecognizable. Fast forward to 250 million years, and all the continents merge into one supercontinent called Pangaea Proxima. The Atlantic and Indian Oceans close. The Americas slam into Eurasia and Africa. But here's where it gets bad. This destroys global ocean currents. Deep ocean water loses its oxygen and becomes a dead zone. Mass extinction begins. And the land? Inland areas become scorching deserts, reaching 55 degrees Celsius. Only the polar regions remain habitable. Comment below, would you rather live near the poles or try to survive the desert? Because honestly, both options sound terrible. But shifting continents are nothing compared to what's happening in the atmosphere. Because while the ground reshapes itself, the air itself is changing. And that's where the real nightmare begins. For billions of years, Earth has had a built-in climate control system called the carbonate-silicate cycle. Volcanoes release carbon dioxide. Rain weathers rocks and washes carbon into the ocean. Marine life uses it to build shells. When they die, the carbon gets buried and eventually released by volcanoes again. This cycle has kept Earth's temperature stable, but in 500 million years, something throws this whole system into chaos. The sun. Here's what's happening. Our sun is constantly fusing hydrogen into helium. As the core gets denser, it releases more energy. The sun gets brighter. Right now, it increases brightness by 1% every 100 million years. In 500 million years, it's 5% brighter. That extra energy warms Earth and speeds up chemical reactions. Carbon dioxide gets pulled out of the atmosphere faster than volcanoes can replace it. CO2 levels plummet, and that's when the plant apocalypse begins. Wait, how does a brighter sun kill plants? Here's the insane part. Plants use photosynthesis to turn CO2 into sugar for growth, but they also burn sugar for energy through respiration. When CO2 drops too low, they can't make enough sugar to survive. They starve. Most plants, trees, grasses, wheat, rice, they're called C3 plants. They need high CO2 levels. In 500 million years, CO2 falls below 150 parts per million. Below the survival threshold, forests disappear, grasslands turn to dust, crops wither. The entire food chain collapses. But 5% of plants, called C4 plants, can survive on much less CO2. These resilient survivors hang on for 800 million to 1.2 billion years. But even they can't outlast what comes next. 1 billion years from now, the sun is 10% brighter than today. Surface temperatures skyrocket to 50 degrees Celsius or more, triple the current average. Earth becomes a hellscape. Oceans evaporate faster than rain can replace them. Deserts spread everywhere, reaching 70 degrees during the day. Without photosynthesis, oxygen levels drop to 1% of what they are today. But animals don't suffocate. They starve first. With no plants, herbivores die. Carnivores follow. The entire food web collapses. Which animal do you think survives longest? Drop a comment with your guess, because I'm curious what you think. Now here's where it gets truly apocalyptic. The oceans. 1 billion years from now, 27% of our oceans have been swallowed by Earth's mantle. The rest? They're evaporating. As the sun heats up, water vapor fills the atmosphere, creating a thick greenhouse blanket. For a while, rain still falls. But as vapor accumulates, temperatures spiral out of control. This triggers a runaway greenhouse effect. The only planet where we've seen this? Venus. Surface temperature 460 degrees Celsius. Pressure like being 900 meters underwater. Completely uninhabitable. When we look at Venus, we're seeing Earth's future. Within 1 to 1.5 billion years, Earth loses its oceans entirely, but some water remains locked deep in the crust. Over time, it seeps out through volcanoes, but it's not enough to bring back the seas. The last surface water? Polar lakes. But with no rivers feeding them, they're just sterile puddles. Eventually, even these evaporate. Earth transforms into a barren desert. Massive dunes stretch across the equator. Salt flats mark where oceans once thrived. Without water, Earth's crust dries out. Tectonic plates freeze in place. Geological activity stops. Our planet accumulates impact craters and shield volcanoes. The only refuges for life? Underground ice caves or high mountains. Here, Earth's last survivors cling to existence, salt-loving microbes that can endure brutal heat and dehydration. Some drift high into the atmosphere, surviving in cooler layers above the scorched surface. But 150 million kilometers away, the sun keeps brightening. 2.8 billion years from now, it's 28% brighter. Surface temperatures hit 190 degrees Celsius, even at the poles. The microbes fight hard. But eventually, the last one dies, and with it, all life on Earth disappears. If aliens flew past 3 billion years from now, they'd detect nothing. No biosignatures. No hint that Earth once had lush forests, flowing rivers, or a thriving civilization. Just a dead rock waiting for the end. 6 billion years from now, the sun itself begins dying. As it runs out of hydrogen, fusion stops. The core collapses. Then hydrogen ignites in a shell around the core, causing rapid expansion. The sun swells into a red giant, over 1,000 times brighter than today. It sheds half its mass through stellar winds. The outer planets drift outward. But Earth? At the red giant's peak, 7.6 billion years from now, the sun's radius reaches 1.19 astronomical units, 256 times larger than now, and it swallows Earth whole. Recent NASA data confirms planets around red giants are being destroyed everywhere. Earth's fate is sealed. Our planet will be consumed by the star that gave it life. After engulfing the inner planets, the sun sheds its outer layers, leaving a white dwarf that cools over trillions of years, erasing all memory of our solar system. But here's the thing. Even though this fate is written in the stars, it doesn't have to be our end. Humans rewrite nature's rules constantly. In a few million years, we could terraform Earth, colonize other worlds, even move our planet's orbit. Earth's story may end, but humanity's doesn't have to. And even if it does, we're made of stardust. So returning to the stars seems fitting. If this terrified you or blew your mind, smash that like button, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the Curiosity Beast for more cosmic mysteries. Thanks for watching Curiosity Beast. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and never stop feeding that curiosity.